Wednesday seems to be a fan favorite when it comes to the Addams family. Something about a cute pigtailed girl with a dark soul really seems to attract people. I wonder if it just naturally appeals to the human psyche, or if it is because they can sense the deep underlying truth to her character. That's right. What most people don't know is that Wednesday Addams was based on a real girl from history. One whose dark sensibilities are even creepier than those which we see on the screen. In fact, I think the real Wednesday Addams is too creepy for TV. Because, as they say, the truth is often stranger than fiction. We will start with the fact that the real Wednesday wasn't actually named that. In fact, researchers still debate what her real name was. Many have speculated about this fact, but there are no definite truths. What we do know is that she was an Irish immigrant who came to America during the 1850s with her family. Much like what you might have seen in games like Oregon Trail, she was part of the Westward Manifest Destiny movement across the country. She was also said to be very beautiful, and the classic pigtail look was apparently accurate. This fact often caused her to garner attention from other traveling parties, much to her father's chagrin. At first, the trip was going well. They seemed to be getting enough food and water, and were able to continue on the trail. However, they went off the commonly used path, trying to save time, which would prove to be a detrimental mistake. It was a rugged, mountainous passageway, with very few animals grazing, and quickly their party began to starve. The only advantage to the region was the massive number of caves to set up camp in, which the party did take advantage of. Due to their lack of food, though, this did not last long. Within a few weeks, they were in dire straits, and Wednesday's father and mother both ended up becoming extremely weak. Knowing that they only had days left, her parents convinced her to use them for sustenance once they passed on. This left Wednesday with the awful option of consuming her parents in order to stay alive. According to the accounts of travelers, Wednesday rarely was seen over the next few years. However, there are a couple accounts of groups deciding to take the same shortcut her family did, and ended up encountering her. She would make it a point to come out and join them on their expedition, using her good looks and innocent-seeming personality to be accepted by the group. When she would be traveling with them, she would do this strange thing that became a legend among other pioneers. She began counting the days until Wednesday. It would usually just come up casually, like she would just randomly mention to the group that it was 3 days until Wednesday, and then wouldn't say anything else. Then once the day came, she would finally make her move. She would methodically kill everyone in the traveling party and consume their remains. Although some obviously got away, otherwise we wouldn't even know about this. No one really knows why she would wait to do this on a Wednesday. But people believe that it was the day she was forced to consume her parents' flesh, forever changing her personality. Over time, the story of Wednesday became so prominent among travelers that it was often brought up as an urban legend amongst the youth who were traveling across the country. Then one day a young couple ended up taking Wednesday's shortcut and came across her cave. The boyfriend did not know anything about her, but the girl, Betty, said she thought she had heard about Wednesday in a legend. Her boyfriend didn't believe her when she told him about it, and thought that she was just jealous of Wednesday's beauty. However, that night when Wednesday was sleeping, Betty decided to investigate the rest of her cave, and what she found disturbed her to her core. Wednesday's victims' skeletons were all there, in one of the deepest chambers of the cave. They were all set up in different positions, as if pretending that they were some kind of twisted family, standing around and talking with one another. Wednesday ended up catching Betty in the chamber, and there was a fight for her life. Luckily, Betty was able to sneak away, but her boyfriend wasn't so lucky. He was shot in the back with a bow and arrow as they were finally exiting the cave. Betty's account is how most experts know about Wednesday, considering she told authorities about her, although these authorities never were able to locate her. After that day, Wednesday moved to another location and was never seen or heard from again. Many years later, the original writer from the Addams Family comic started doing research for his new series and wanted to tell a story about a sweet girl who was also evil. The legend of Wednesday was a game changer for that. The thing that mostly intrigued him was that he never truly knew the reason for Wednesday's actions. Was it just survival or insanity created from her traumatic event in childhood? Or was it something even more sinister than that? In fact, it is said that in the region where Wednesday's cave was thought to exist, there are still people going missing till this day, and no one really knows why. One thing is for sure though, as long as the character continues on in our memories, it's likely people will always be trying to find out. I just hope that someday they will. Hey, it's Mr. Freaky. Hope you all enjoyed that original creepypasta. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a like, and I'll do more related to this one. Also, don't forget to subscribe and join our Discord if you want to see more content like this. Have a horrific evening, everyone, and remember to stay spooky, my friends.